start this. In today's class, sorry, not in today's class. In the last class, we are discussing about the data types. We are having different types of data types, out of which the first one is int. Sorry. Might be here. Okay. So int. So the data types, fundamental data types like int, float, boolean, complex, and string. So these are comes under fundamental data types. This all comes under fundamental data types, where the int means without any numerical value, without any decimal, is called as integer. And in the output, it is going to print as int. Int means integer. In the output, we are going to get type of 42. If you ask me, the output is going to be int. Int means integer. Similarly, float. Float means a numerical value with decimal is called as float. The next one is complex. Complex means nothing but a complex numbers. Generally, numbers we are having, right? Real numbers are there, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, all these things are there. In that, one of the number is complex numbers. So in this Python is not only created for the data scientists, Python is also created for the mathematicians, statisticians, for every person they have created. So they have included one of the data type, which is called as complex. So where you can have a number of complex number, any complex number. Generally, we know the complex number is nothing but imaginary part. So what is meant by this square root of -4? So square root of -4 means generally we can't calculate the minus 4. So we are going to take positive 4 into square root of -1. Positive square is plus or minus 2, and square root of -1 is considered as I. So this is called as imaginary part, which is a complex number. So the same complex numbers, if you want, for example, let us take 2 plus 4i into 4 plus 2i. You are having something like this. Now you want to multiply two complex numbers. Now how you are going to multiply? 2 into 4, that is 8. 2 4s are 4i. 4 4s are 16, 16i. Next, 4 into 2, 8 into I square. Right? That is nothing but 8 plus 20i minus 8. So 8 cancels, 28 is the answer. So if you want to multiply two complex numbers, or if you want to add two complex numbers or something like this, for that reason, they have created a called as complex numbers. For that, data type is called as complex data type, for working on the complex numbers. In the data science, we are not going to use these complex numbers. In the future also, we are now going to use. Just now we are listening the word of complex now only. In not even the next class also, you'll listen this one. So this is not that much of useful for the data scientist. But so the numbers we are having, as everyone knows, whole natural numbers. Natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, which is nothing but int. Whole numbers means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And real values means both positives and negatives. With respect to positive value will be there, negative values will be there. That is minus infinite to plus infinity. With respect to with decimals, that is minus 1.2, minus 1.4, and 4.9, 4.8, 200.20, something, whatever it is, right? So all this comes under real values. So similarly, complex numbers. So whenever you are working on the complex numbers, real values means we are going to use the float. But whenever you are using the complex numbers, then we are going to use this one, right? సతీష్, ఇందాక ఒక స్టూడెంట్ అక్కడ వేసుకుంటే వెనకాల వాళ్ళు కనిపించలేదని తను ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాడు. ఒకసారి కూర్చోండి, వెనకాల వాళ్ళు కనిపిస్తుందో లేదో చూద్దాం. ఒకవేళ కనబడకపోతే షిఫ్ట్ ప్లేస్ మారుద్దు. ఇస్ దట్ ఓకే? అదర్స్, రైట్? యా. Now here we are having with respect to the numbers like integers, float, complex, boolean, and string, right? That is int, float, and after float we are having with respect to complex, and next one is, so we have discussed with respect to these are the 4 different data types, and next one is string data type. String is nothing but text. Any text if you are having, you are going to use with respect to string data type by using the inverted commas. Any text data we are going to keep inside the inverted commas, right? So when we are going to use this text means, for example, passports or something like ATM pin, all these things we are going to save in the text only, right? So now whatever you are using within the inverted commas, everything will be considered as a string only. Now, if you observe this one, A is equal to 20. Now it is going to create an object called as 20 and name it as A, that everyone knows. And this object is an int object. But if you write A is equal to this one, string of 20, it is going to save 20 with A. Of course, I'm going to take a different variable. Let us write a different variable C. Okay. Now this object is a string object. Now, but in the string object, how it is designed, you know, inside that again, there is a rectangular box. And here the string is going to consist of number of characters will be there. How many characters are there? Each character will be stored in the each box. For example, string of 20 is there means 2, 0 will be stored like this. For example, you are having E is equal to Siva space, next one is space or underscore, Siva underscore 456. Okay, this is a string, assume. Now it is going to keep inside the object in such a way that it is going to create like this. The object of the string is going to be like this, where it is going to have the box like this. And S, I, V, A underscore separate, 4 separate, 5 separate. For each letter or each character, it is going to give one particular box like this. The string is designed in the Python in this way. Okay. Sir, why the string was designed in this way? Why normal int also will be stored in that way? No, normal int is not going to be stored in that way. Only the string is going to be stored in that way, because string is a combination of numbers. String is a combination of text. String is a combination of with respect to special characters in the string. Whereas numbers, for example, A is equal to 202, you can write, but you can't write 202 at the rate of write this, right? This is not considered as a number. This is not considered as a text. This is not considered as with respect to special characters. All of them not belongs to same characters. So in this multiple characters combinations are there. That is the reason a string is a combination of a series or a sequence of characters where it is going to consist of letters, numbers, and special characters. It is can have with respect to all of them. So that is the reason it has been designed in that way, right? Now, whenever you are using this, for example, here, my string, I'm going to take the my string is equal to hello. So what it is going to do means it is going to create an object hello and my string. It is going to keep the name as my string. But this object internally, it is going to have like this. It is going to have like this. Okay. Now, so if you see this length, how to calc the length of my string? Length means total number of characters. If it is include the space also, it is considered as one of the character. If it is having at the rate also, it is going to be considered as one of the character. If it is having exclamation mark also, one of the character. Now tell me how many characters are there? 5, 6 is the exclamation mark and 7. 7 is the space. Now, if you consider here 7. So how many number of characters are there? Those many number of boxes will be made in the string object. For example, here exclamation mark and here the space. So how many characters are there? Those many number of boxes, and for each character will be stored in the each of them, right? And in the string, we are having the concept called as indexing. This is not there in the others, like with respect to int or float or complex numbers or boolean. This possibility is not there. Only in the indexing is possible in the strings. From the strings, it is possible. In the strings, it is possible. Now, what is meant by indexing? Let us understand. Hello, Hello. Okay, total 5 letters are there, and you have written the 5 letters in like this. Now, this name is called as my string. Now, in the my string, we are having the indexing called as with respect to sub, which is called as subscription, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The index number in Python starts with 0. The index number, this is fixed. You can't change that one. Index will start with 0. This is called as positive indexing. Similarly, in the Python, negative indexing is also possible. That is -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Okay. you can't start 0 here because 0 is already assigned to the post this side. Na? So here it is going to start from -1 only. So the negative indexing, whatever the negative indexing you are having, the negative indexing, which is negative indexing, negative index starts from -1 to -n, means n is nothing but number of characters. N is nothing but number of characters. That is nothing but length. It starts from -1 to minus length up to length. So here the length is 5, na? So it is going to start from -1 to -5 in this case. Similarly, positive indexing. If you go with the positive indexing, the positive indexing starts from 0 to n-1. The maximum value is going to be n-1 because the starting number is going to be the 0. If it is starting with 1 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is very simple. We can understand easily. But it is not going to start from this one. It is starting from 0. This was created in such a way. Right? So 0 to length -1 is the maximum value. In this case, 0 to 4 in this example. In this particular example, it is 0 to 4. Right? So here, if you go with this, this is my string. So once again, I'm drawing in this H, E, L, L, O. For example, the string, let us take string is equal to data space science. Now what happens? It is going to create an object data D A T A space 1 SCIENCE. Now total how many number of characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In between 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 characters are there. So length is 12. Length is 12. So this is with respect to the variable name is str. Str, the same variable name. Subscription, that is index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, up to 11. Similarly, -1, -2, -3, -4, like this, you are going to get up to -12. This is with respect to positive indexing and negative indexing. Now the question is, sir, why we require this indexing? Because using the indexing, we are going to extract. Using the indexing, we are going to extract the data. Whatever the data we want, we are going to extract the data based on the indexing. For example, you want only the H. Only the special characters in this, some special characters are there. Only that one you want to extract. Because it is a combination of everything. Na? So you want to extract only that one means, for example, H you want to extract. So you can extract by using the index number. So here just observe, the strings can be indexed. They are also called as subscript. Simply they are called as subscripts. Now Python supports both the positive indexing and negative indexing. Positive indexing means left to right in a forward direction. Negative indexing means backward direction. You have to come in a reverse order, reverse indexing. The first character of the string starts with the 0. Right? Now here I am going to take H, E, L, L, O. And this is the box. I am showing an example box. It is in the real time, it is not going to make the rectangular box one. Don't say in the interview that it is going to make the rectangular box. For understanding purpose, I am saying. Right? Not exactly rectangular box. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And negative indexing -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Now, whenever you are going to use the indexing, the syntax for index is you have to write the variable name, and use the square bracket. Whenever you are using the square bracket, it indicates that you are using the index numbers. So inside this, if you are writing whatever the number, it says that it is an index number. So for example, here my string of 0, this variable name is my string. The variable name called as my string. My string of 0. In the 0, what is there? H is there. Caps lock H is there. So it is going to print the caps lock H. And in my string of -1, what is there in the -1? O is there. So it is going to print O with respect to. So just my string here, I am considering this one, right? Just let me execute once again. My string is this. Okay. O. You are going to get O. Now -3. What is there in the -3? L. So just you have to write the variable name, and inside that square brackets, you have to use the square brackets. Instead of square brackets, if you go with the normal brackets, it is going to throw an error. because that is the syntax in the Python. Whenever you are using the index numbers, you have to use the square brackets. Not only here, in the further also. Remember, the entire Python. Whenever the index numbers, using the index numbers, you have to work means you have to always use the square brackets. Mandatory. Right? Now, my string of 5. Now, what is there in the 5? Positive 5. Negative 5 means caps lock H. That is okay. But in the positive 5, nothing is there. So it is going to throw an error called as index error. Now, till now we have seen the syntax error. Next one is name error, value error, type error. All 4 errors we have completed. Now, the 5th error, which we are going to have is index error. Saying that index is out of range. Means with that index, nothing is available. It is saying that nothing is available using that index. Right? Next, indexing can be only the natural numbers, not with, whole numbers. It can be only the integers, no float values. Okay. The index numbers can be only the integers, int type. So if you use 1.5, so it is going to take average of E and L and center value. It is not going to do like this. So it is going to simply throw an error, that type error. Strings cannot be used with respect to index numbers, cannot be integers. Okay. It has to be a whole number. Right? Is that clear, guys? Just reverse indexing. Reverse indexing is nothing but just you are going to start from the -1 to minus this one. So you can write here in the notes only, you can write that one, that point also. Wherever the positive indexing is there, in that only next point. Next point is nothing but positive indexing starts from positive index. Positive index starts. Index range. Instead of start, range. Let us write the range from 0 to length -1. It is going to have from length -1, 0 to length -1. Similarly, negative indexing. If you go with the negative indexing, that is negative indexing. Negative index range. Negative index range from -1. It will start from the -1 because we are saying that it is going to take in the backward direction. That is right to left. From the right side, you have to start in the left side. This is the negative indexing, whereas this is the positive indexing. Sir, the numbers negative indexing has to be written in the top means no, nothing like that. Just I am showing you only. Okay, whether it is not written in the top, whether it is not written in the bottom, right? Don't worry about that, whether it has written like that. Negative indexing starts from -1 to minus length. Minus length, that is -5. It is going to start in that way. Positive indexing starts from 0 to length -1, that is length. Length is 5. Length -1 means 4. So positive indexing starts from 0 to 4. Negative indexing starts from -1 to -5. And you are going to extract. Now using this one here, if you observe this one, you are able to extract only a single letters. No, sir, I want to extract HE, both the things. Then what we have to use means that called as slicing. Slicing means, as everyone knows, water lemon, right? Okay. So now just you are going to cut the piece, the piece, and whichever the piece you want, that part you are going to extract, right? So the same way, just we are going to use the same thing called as slicing. Slicing means extracting whatever the part you want from the starting to ending. Whatever the part you want, you are extracting from that. If you want a single value means, you can use this one. This indexing, this whatever the syntax we have written till now, that is variable name, bracket, that is square bracket. Inside that you have to give the index number, single index number. This is only for the extracting a single letter or single character. This syntax is only for single. If you want to extract multiple, more than one, if you want to extract, the concept is called as slicing. Slicing of the strings. Okay, this is also called as string slicing, right? Now you are going to extract that one. So what is the syntax? Now the same way we'll see the strings slicing of this syntax. That is nothing but variable name. Write the variable name. This is one of the most important. Please write in your notes very clearly. First, let me explain. If it is clear, only write in your notes. If it is not clear, first you ask me, and if it is clear, only write in your notes. Otherwise, raise your hand immediately. Okay, this is one of the most important. Keep what starts for this. Okay, from student perspective, write the stars. And I'm not going to use now only, tomorrow in the list, later NumPy, later pandas, later in the machine learning, later in artificial intelligence also, I'm going to continue this concept. So please understand this concept very clearly. The syntax is bracket, out of the bracket, 2 columns will be there, column 1 and column 2. 2 columns will be there. This column says that what is the starting index number. Starting index number. This column says starting index number. This column says where you want to end. The end index number you have to write here. This you have to write in this position, you have to write end index number. And in this position, whether you want to move in a positive direction or you want to move in a negative direction. And in a positive direction, that too step, that is positive steps with respect to, let us see multiple examples. I'm not going to explain with one example. I'm going to explain with 10 to 15 examples. Don't worry, right? Now I'm having the first one is called as my string. My string is equal to hello. I have written hello like this. And index numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and minus 5. Okay, done. Now, here first I'm going to start the first example. Example number 1. Example number 1. My string. I'm writing my string in the bracket. The first index number I'm going to take 0. 0 to 4 with the increment of 1. What is the meaning of this is 0, 1, 2, 3. In slicing, the last number will not be included. In the slicing, in the Python, the last number is not included. For example, you want the 4 miss, you have to add, then you have to write 5. If you want up to 6 miss, you have to take up to 7. So whichever the number you want, you have to add plus 1 for that, because it is going to take n minus 1. It is not going to include that one. So here the most important point is this is included, but this is not included. This is exclusive. This is inclusive. This is exclusive. The last number is not going to be included, right? So here I'm going to write 0 to 4 with an increment of 1. That is first 0. For 0 plus 1, add with respect to 1, because step of 1 you have to take na plus 1, plus 2, plus 1, again plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Like this you have to continue. You will get with respect up to 4, but last number should not be included. Now what are included? H, E, L, L. So the output of this is going to be H, E, L, L. This is the output. Right? Now let us see with one more example. Now I am taking my string of 0 to 6 with an increment of 1. 0, 1, every time increase. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 should not be included, up to 5. So H, E, L, L. In this 4, O is there. In 5, nothing is there. So up to H, E, L, L, O. Here, we are not going to get the index error. Never you will get the index error. If there is anything miss, print that one. If there is nothing is empty string, you will get. The output you are going to get as an empty string. But no error is possible. Sir, if I am asking like this, my string of 0 to 100 with an increment of 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this up to 100. 0 is H, E, 1 is L, E, L, L, O. Up to 4, O. After that, nothing is there. So it is going to print. Within this, whatever is there, it has to be printed. Again, the answer is going to be hello. Right? Now, let us see one more example. My string of starting number is 2. 2 to 5 with an increment of 1. Starting number of 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to add every time 1, 1, 1. In the 2 position, what is there? L is there. In the 3 position, L is there. In the 4 position, O is there. 5th one should not be included. If it is there also, you should not include. You should not include the 5th one because the n number should not be included. What is the output of this? L, L, O. Right? Now, next example. My string of, sir, I'm going to take 4 to 5 with an increment of 1. Now, first number is 4. Increment of 1 is 5. But 5 should not be included in the 4 only. What is there in the 4? O is there. O will be printed. This is one more. Yeah, I will take your questions. Right? This is one more. Let us try with one more example. My string of, okay, first number I'm going to give as 3 or 2. Okay, first number as 2 and second number as 5 with an decrement of -1. Instead of positive, decrement. 2. 2 minus 1. What is the 2 minus 1? 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Minus 1, minus 2. When you will get 5? Never you will get 5, na? Never you will get 5, right? So it is going to have with respect to empty string. So this is not possible. Either in this direction is possible or this direction is possible. Both the combination is not possible. Sir, first it has to take with respect to first 2 letters in this direction, last 2 letters in this direction. It is not possible. Everything in this direction or everything in that direction. Any one direction only it is going to take. Both the directions combinations it can't apply. And here 2 to 5 with a decrement of -1. How it is possible? 2 to 5 positively. A positive numbers possible. +1, +2 or something. Now let us go with the example. Next example. My string of 0 to 5 with an increment of 2. Instead of going with an increment of every time 1, 2. Now 0, first number. Increment of 2 means 2 you have to add. Increment of 2 means 4. After that 6. Anyway, 6 should not be included. Up to 4, 5 only not included means how 6 will be included. So in the 0, what is there? H. In 2, what is there? L. In 4, what is there? O. The output of this is going to be HLO. Got the point? Now, next example. My string of 0 to 5 with an increment of 4. 4 increment directly. First is 0, 4, 8. 8 is not included. Up to 4 only. Maximum of 4. That is H and O. The output of this is H and O. String of H and O. Last number should not be included. In the slicing, the last number should not be included. Now, is that clear? Let me explain one more example. Please write. Up to here, you write. Still, I will explain with multiple examples. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 examples you write. Still we'll see. Multiple examples we'll see. Because if this is easy means in the list, I no need to explain. Again in the NumPy, I no need to explain. Again in the pandas, I no need to explain. Once I explain means every time it is going to be the same. In the entire Python, the concept is going to be the same. Right? The step can be positive, the step can be negative. It is not always positive number only. It can be either of. Okay, either increment or decrement. You can write in this syntax also increment or decrement. Right? So this is the syntax. Variable name you have to write and square brackets you have to open, and you have to use the starting index number, colon, end index number, but end index number will not be included. And you have to write the step or either increment or decrement. Either increment or decrement. Choice is yours. Yes, I will show you. Still so many examples we have to see. Yeah, decrement example also. Yes, we'll see multiple examples. Done. This is okay. Now let us see one more, still more examples. Now, my string of If you don't write the first number, directly if you have written the second number only, and you have written the step like this, the first number, if you don't write also, it is going to take default value of first start index number is 0. Default value of start index number is 0. If you don't write also, it will take automatically 0. The first number, if you don't write also, it will take automatically 0. Okay. First number, the start index number, if you don't write, means automatically will take as 0. So now what is the answer of this one? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but 4 should not be included. That is HELL. The output of this is HELL. This is the answer. Now, next question, next one. My string of, if you don't give the second one, if you don't give, the by default, the value is going to be all. Default is going to be the end index number, default is all. All means everything. Last included, last one also included. The last one also included. The meaning of this one is second number, if you don't write, means, for example, the first number I have written, second number I have not written. What is the meaning? Means till how many number, all that you have to consider everything. Consider everything. The second number meaning, if you don't write, means automatically everything. All or everything. Everything you have to consider. The last one also you have to consider. In this case, yeah, we'll see one by one. Okay, 2, 3, 4, like this up to all. All means the maximum. So 2, 3, 4 means that is output is going to be LLO. Okay, next one. My string of, next example, my string of the 2, 5. If you don't give the next one, this one you have not given, miss, by default, the step value, step is equal to +1. By default, it is +1. If you don't do also, it is going to take automatically +1. So now what is going to be the answer of this one? That is 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 should not be included. That is again LLO. That is the answer. Okay. So if you don't give, and if you are not writing this number, you no need to write this column also. You have to stop here only. You no need to write that column also. No need to write. Okay. If you write like this, automatically it is going to take the second column. It will only keep in the back end with second column and +1 automatically. If you don't write also, if you don't write this one, default, that is the default. Now, is that clear? Now, next example. Now, my string of, I have written like this, my string of 2 to, for example, 2 to, not 2, let us take like this, 0 to 2. I have written like this, 0 to 2. But from my perspective, this is a step. This is the step and this is the end from my perspective. How Python will understand like that, miss? It will not understand. It will consider this one. If you write only one column, miss, automatically the first one will be considered as start. Second one will be considered as end only. Sir, it has to consider this one as the, not as the start, sir. It has to consider this one as the end and this one has to be considered as step. Then what I have to do? One more column and don't write anything. Then only it will understand. If you don't write like this, then automatically by default, it will consider the first one as the start only, not as the end, and this is the step. It will consider this one as the start and this one as the end. And it is going to take HE is the output. You are going to get like this. If you write only one column, miss, by default, that is the start and end. If you write the second column only, after keeping the second column only, it will understand that is the step value you are giving. If you write only one column, miss, the by default, the step is +1 default. Right? Till now, whatever we have discussed in the positive way. Now, the next one, last example with the positives. Within the positives, last example. If you don't give the first one, starting index you have not given. Ending also you have not given. What is the default of starting? Starting value. Starting value is 0. What is the ending value for default value? All. So it is going to print HELLO, everything. Increment, what is the default increment? +1, automatically. Automatically everything. Everything is automatic. Is that clear? If you don't write both the things means automatically it will take. Now, next example within the positive only, let us go with one more example. My string of colon I have kept. One more colon also I have kept. And 2 I have kept. Now, what it is the meaning is the first column I have here, the first value I have not given. What is the meaning? Default value 0. What is this default value? All, everything. Everything you have to consider with the alternate values, that is H, L, and O. This is going to be the output. If you don't write like this, it is going to take like this. Which one? This. So here, whenever you are writing a single column, automatically the first one will be considered as the start and the second one will be considered as the end. I want to write only the end and step. These two only I want to write. Then how I have to use? Without using the starting miss, just you have to keep one more column also. Whenever there is a step option you want to use miss, automatically you have to use 2 columns. Otherwise, the Python will not understand. If you are using 1 column miss, by default it is start and end only. When you write the 2 columns only, then only it will understand that after the second column, the step is there. Is that clear? With the positive indexing. All these are positive indexing examples. Example number 3. Now here, how many columns are there? 2 columns are there. In the first position, what is this one? Start. Start, we have not given anything. What is the default value? Second, this also you have not given anything. What is the default value? All. With an increment of 2. That is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. That is H, L, and O. Is that clear? Almost everything, na? Up to last. Up to last. Everything you have to consider. Sir, let us take like this. Siva Rama. I am having Siva Rama. Okay. Now, the index Siva Rama K. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Index number starts from 0 to 8. I have written the my string. That is variable name is my string. Okay, what are the variable name? And colon, and 2 also is there. That is first 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 should be included or not included? In this case, everything has to be included. Everything. Because you have not written. For example, you have written the number miss, 8 should not be included. Since you have not written the number, 8 is going to be included. Automatically, the last number also going to be included. 8 also will be included. So in this case, it is going to print S, V, R, M, K. It is going to print like this. The output is going to be like this. 8 will be considered in this case. If you write 8 here, this 8 will not be considered, and up to here only you are going to get SVRM. That is the difference. Whenever there is a number, that number should not be included. Before to that only you have to stop. If none of them is written miss, everything you have to include, all. Clear, guys? This is with respect to the positive indexing. Now, whenever you are having the indexing, that is slicing operation, whenever you are having the slicing, in the slicing, you have to go either in a positive direction or in a negative direction. Any one is possible. Both of them is not possible. Miss, if you can go in this way or in this way, anything is okay. Miss, first after this letter, after this letter, in this direction is okay. Or if you have all the things in this direction, anything is okay. But both the combinations are not okay. Miss, for example, sir, I will take first letter L, sir. O, sir. After that, H I have to print, sir. It is not possible. LO, after LO, it is ended. Whether you are using positive direction or negative direction, that is okay. Index numbers, whatever you are using, but any one is possible. And OLL, it is also okay. With you are want with respect in the negative direction, that is OLL. Let us take the examples. Now let us start with the negative direction. Till now we have discussed the positive directions. Now let us start with the negative directions. That is my string of, you are going to take first number as 5, second number as 3, in decrement of -1. What is the meaning of this? 5, 4, 3. 3 should not be included. Means you have to stop up to 4 only. In this case, what happens? End plus 1 it happens. In earlier it is end -1. The last number is not included. For that, we have to take n minus 1, the last number n minus 1. Now, in this case, n plus 1 you have to take. That is the reason I am saying that just last number should not be included. Now, 5 and 4. What is there in the 5? 5. What is there in the 5? Nothing is there. So, nothing. In the 4, O is there. So, O only will be printed in this case. Now, second example. My string of 4 to 0 minus 1. What is the answer? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 0 should not be included. In the 4, what is there? O, L, L, E. So it is going to print O, L, L, E. This is the output. Now, my string of first number you have not given. Second number you have not given. Directly you have written the last one, minus 1 directly. Now, since you have written the minus 1, it is going to take the first number by default as minus 1. Default value is minus 1 for the negative index, not the 0. Whenever you are going with the negative indexing, that is step decrement wise, the first number is going to start with minus 1. So in this case, it is going to have from minus 1 to all, that is OLLEH. Reverse of the string is simple by writing just my colon minus 1. Reverse of the string you are going to get in just in one line. Right? Whenever you are using the decrement, then automatically the starting will be this one. Ending is going to be this one. Whenever you are going in a positive direction, this is the starting point and this is the ending point. Is that clear? Right? In the both the cases, the starting point, ending point will varies, but the concept remains same. The starting value should be included, ending number should not be included. And you have to move in this way. Sir, let us try it like this. My string of 5 to positive number. Okay, let us go like this. First number is 3 and last number is 9. With a positive index. First, let us take positive index. What is the answer of positive index? That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 should not be included. In the 3, what is there? L is there. O is there. Nothing. So LO is the answer. If it is a positive. The same question I am writing in the negative. 3 to 9 in a negative direction. 3, 4. After 3, you have to take the 2 because step is minus 1. Decrement minus 1. That is 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Like this up to when you will get the 9. Is the 9 is possible in this way? So, if you are moving in this direction, after 3, in this direction, negative direction, whenever you have written the step, automatically in this direction, from starting number 3 to 9 is not possible. 3 to 0 is possible, but 3 to 9 is not possible. See here, direction. Whenever you have written the negative in this last one step, direction is automatically this one. In this direction, from 3 to 0 is possible. Or from 3 to minus 4 also possible. 3 to minus 4 also possible because 3 is there, L is there, minus 4, E is there. Okay. 3 to minus 5 also possible. But 3 to 9, how it is possible? 3 to minus 1 only not possible. In this direction, 3 to minus 1 is not possible. Is that clear? The same thing we are going to do here. Just now, let us see. My string of, so I'm going to write here H, E, L, L, O. Now you tell me for everything answers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and minus 5. Now tell me the answer of this. 2 to 5. L, L, O. Because 5 should not be included. Up to 4. You can take 4. So answer is going to be L, L, O. Now what is the answer of this? 0 to 3. H, E, L. Second L should not be included because 3 should not be included. Up to 2 only. H, E, L. 2 to 45. L, L, O. After that, whatever it is there. L, L, O. Next, 4 to 0 in a negative direction. Negative direction 4 to 0. If you move, if you see your eyes from this side, 4 to 0 is possible? Possible. So last number should not be included. Miss, you have to stop up to here only. That is O, L, L. The same answer. Next, this one. If the first number is not included, what is the answer? the index number, first number, if you don't write, automatically it is equal to 0. Up to 4 means only you have to get 3. That is HELL. Now, this one, LLO, everything from starting to 2 to everything, all. Now this one, H, L and O, same answer. Everything from starting to everything in a positive direction, starting to everything in a negative direction. This is a positive direction, this is a negative direction. If you don't write also, it is by default it is going to consider like this only. If you write like this also, if you don't write also, it will take by default that value. This is positive, this is negative. What is the difference in above case and below case? Direction only changed. Starting point has changed. Is that clear now? Everything? Slicing is clear. Now, now don't shout. I'm going to ask only one person of my choice. Okay, only that person has to answer, not others. My string of 4, 2, minus 3, 4, 2, minus 3, minus 1. Who are feeling I know answer, raise your hand. In that, I'll ask one person. Conditions apply. You are listening Python for the first time. If you know already Python and you have already listened with other sirs, miss, don't raise. I want with respect to who are listening for the first time, whether they have understand the concept or not. That for that I am asking all this. Whenever there is a minus symbol, step is of -1, you have to see from this direction. 4 means O, minus up to -3. O, L, -3 should not be included. O and L. Simple. Whenever you see that here -1, think that you are moving in this direction. When you are moving in your direction, in this direction, whatever the values are there, everything is possible. In this direction, whatever is not there, it is not possible. For example, -1. You are starting from 4. 4 is this position. 4 to, for example, you are moving, let us take from 2. 2 to -1 or this one, 2 to -1. Now tell me, 2 is, where is the 2 is there? This is the position of 2. From this position, you have to move in a reverse direction. You have to walk in this way. Now in this way, can you get -1? Is that possible in this way? If you move in that way, -1 is there. If you are moving in this way, -1 is there. But if you are moving in this way, -1 is not there, right? So now it is going to give me an empty string, not error. It is going to give me an empty string because there is nothing is there. Whatever you are asking in that way, nothing is possible. Right? Now, if you go with this one, see, I'm writing once again. Just focus. 4 is here. Whenever the minus, here the decrement is minus. Minus means you have to move towards the left side. 4 is the starting point. You have to start from here. Can you end with respect to -1? Where is the -1? This one only. So that one and this one both are same. So you are going to get with respect to this one, empty. So you at least O has to be printed means up to -2. If you take -2 in this direction from 4 to -2 is possible. In this way, if you are moving in this way from 4 to -2, you can reach. Yes, you can reach. So that is the answer. So from 4 to -3, can you reach? You can reach. From 4 to -4, can you reach? From 4 to -5, can you reach? From 4 to, with respect to +9, can you reach? In this direction. In this direction up to -9 also you can reach. -6, -7, everything is possible. But positive, in this direction, from 4 to in this direction, you have to walk in this direction, but you have to reach the number 9 here. How it is possible? 9 is this way, this side, and you are walking in this way. How it is possible? Simple, right? Your requirement is here, but you are walking in a opposite direction. How it is possible? So it is going to throw with respect to an empty string. Now, tell me in the same way in the positive direction also. Let us write in the positive direction the same. Okay. So here I'm writing this one as 0. The last number as, let us take the initial number as 2. And the next number I want with respect to 0. In this direction, from 2 to 0, can you reach? In a negative way, in this direction, because here it is minus. In the minus way, whenever there is a minus, you have to think you are moving towards the left side. Whenever there is a positive value, you have to think that you are moving in a right side way. Now in the left side way, from 2 to 0, it is possible, right? So you are starting from 2 and ending with 0, so you are moving in this direction only, possible. So you are going to get the output, right, in terms of like this. For example, now 2 to 5, can you move? You are moving in this direction, can you reach 5? 5 is in this direction, but you are moving in this direction. This is your starting point. Assume that you are walking. This is your starting point and you are walking. In which direction you are walking means based on this value. If this value is positive means you are walking in this direction. If you are negative means you are walking in this direction. Assume the starting point you are walking. And ending point you have to reach. This number you have to reach. So this is your starting point and you are walking in this direction. When you will get the 9? Positive 9, never, I mean positive 5, never you will get. 0 you can get, 1 you can get. Minus 4 you can get, minus 5 you can get. These 4 values you can get. But right side values, how you can get if you are walking in this direction? Got the point? Is that clear now? It is simple. This says that in which way you have to see the values. This says that what is the starting point, and this says that what is the ending point. Clear? Is that clear now? That's it. Now, next concept is called as string concatenation. Means 2 strings can be added simultaneously. 2 strings can be added, right? 2 strings can be added. That is hello and world. 2 strings. This is first string and this is the second string. That is hello and the world. Hello world. Now in between, nothing will be there. Just add means combining them. First one, second one, side by side. Keep the side by side. Concatenation means keeping side by side. Simply concatenation means keeping side by side. Okay, making us together. So hello world, keeping side by side and making us one string. Just side by side. First string, second, followed by the second string. Side by side. You are going to keep the side by side. Hello. Again here there is a space and world. 3 strings are there. Can I add 3 strings? Yes. You can add any number of strings. No problem. Right? This is hello world because the second string is space. Is that clear, guys? Just now. So here, next one is string concatenation. Now in the interview, I asked one of the student, what is 2 into 5? They have told 10. Okay, everyone knows. Even LKG student also knows this one. Okay, that is keep that one. I asked her how it is possible. How 2 5s are 10? I asked this question only, simple question. Why? How it is possible? He told that, sir, in multiplication table, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. There will be some students like that. Now tell me how it is 10. What is meant by multiplication? Adding multiple times. That's it. Adding multiple times. Whenever it is 2 into 5, indirectly you are asking 2 you have to add 5 times. That is the meaning of that. Adding 2 5 times. 2 into 10 means adding 2 10 times. 20 into 30 means adding 20 30 times. That's it. Right? So similarly, AI into 5. What is the meaning of this? Adding AI 5 times. Yeah. Subtraction is not possible. Similarly, for example, you will ask that, sir, AI plus AI is okay. AI minus AI is there? No, nothing is there like that concept. Only string concatenation, which is combining of 2 strings. So since adding is possible, multiplication also possible. Since adding is possible, multiplication is possible. If adding itself it is not possible, multiplication also not possible. Next one. That too, string concatenation. What is the meaning of string concatenation? Adding the multiple strings. I told you multiple strings, not with respect one string with another data type. Both of them should be in the string only. So for example, if you're adding Siva with 2, now it is going to throw an error. I can't add. It will show that error. It is not possible, that one. Sir, but I want the output like Siva 2. The output I want Siva 2. Something output like this I want. Then what I have to do? Just you have to convert this 2 also as a string. Then Siva 2. You can convert like this by keeping the inverted commas, or you can write str of 2. If you write str of 2 also okay. Str of 2 means converting the 2 to str, that is string. String of 2 is nothing but this one. After that, concatenation. Right? So in this way you can concat, but you can't concat the one string and one int variable. One int and one this string you can't concat. Concatenation means both of them should be strings only. Right? So Siva plus 2, both of them are string na? So you can do like this. This one or this one. Now just observe this one. Here they have given me the question like this. Okay. This is the question was given, same as this question was given in the Microsoft exam. And if you type in the Google Microsoft questions on the strings, you'll get this question in the Google also. This question was given in the Microsoft. And they want to rectify this error. There is going, so here just read this one. Users is equal to Satish. This is a string. Lines is equal to 100. I'm going to print congratulations plus, okay, let us remove the print option. Forget the print. There is no print. Okay. Congratulations is the text. It is in the string format. Plus user. User means what is there in the user? Satish. Can you concat these two? Yes. Because this is also string and this is also string. Both of them are strings. So string concatenation plus symbol is accepted. Congratulations, Satish is okay. Plus this one is also in the string. Can you concat? Plus lines 100. No? Now can you concat? So you can't concat. It is going to throw that string and int cannot be concated. It is going to throw an error. Now this error has to be rectified. How you are going to rectify means str of this one. This, if you convert to this int, if you convert to string and if you concat means congratulations Satish, you have wrote 100 lines of code. The same question was given in the Microsoft. The same question is going to be in the NASCOM also. Similar kind of questions. Basic but important. Because string concatenation, otherwise it is going to throw an error. String concatenation means concatening only the strings. Not with respect to that one. Right? If I ask you Siva plus 2 means everyone will say. This one everyone will say easily. But just you have to apply that same logic here also. Just whenever you are using that user, what is there in the user means Satish is there. That too string is there. So string concatenation is possible. First, what you have to do whenever they ask you like this, on practice you are going to get fastness. Remember guys, two things are there. One is called as fastness, one is called as understanding. Understanding is different and fastness is different. For example, you are saying the wrong answer, but you are saying fastly. Then what is the use? I don't require the fast answers. Remember, I don't require fast answers. If you say slowly also for me, okay. I required is only correct answers, not the fast answer. My priority is not for the fast. Who is saying in this class fastly? I'm not going to see that one. Who is going to see? Who is going to say correct answers most of the time? That I'm going to observe. If you feel that I am observing something miss, I will observe only with respect to how many times he is saying correct answer. So earlier I asked one of the question, this one, whether it is possible means one of the student has excited, he is told that, yes sir, he told. Again, he told no only. And that particular student I have noted also. Example, assume. Here I am going to see the correctness, not with respect to timing. In the real time of the data science also, correctness is important, not the timing. You'll understand later that one. Now itself, I am going to train you in such a way that you give me slowly also, no problem for me, but correct answer is required. Sir, but if I say slowly, correct answer, but later in the competitions, how I can sustain miss? Once you are giving the correct answers means you have understand the subject. Now you want the fastness means just you have to add the practice. On practice you get the fastness, but on practice you'll not get the subject. Subject will get based on the understanding only, not based on the fastness. Quick answers you will not get the subject. Based on the understanding of the concept, you will get the subject. Right? So focus on the correct value, correct answers, not focus on the fast values. Okay. So here the congratulations plus user plus this one and lines. Since the lines is in the int format, it is going to throw an error. This error has to be rectified, means this has to be converted to string. Either in this way. If I write like this, what happens? Now tell me what is the answer. Congratulations, Satish. User is replaced with Satish. You just wrote lines of code. Lines will be also printed as this. Lines of code. Instead of lines, I want to consider 100. It is not considering like that. So this 100 has to be converted. Not with respect to the lines should not be printed. String of 100 you have to write. If you write directly inverted commas for the lines, means lines will be considered as a string. And lines also will be printed as this. Right? If you write string of lines, now the lines value is 100. It is converted as string of 100. It is going to take this particular portion as like this. String of 100. And it is going to concat with this to this one. Is that clear? Now, next. Here. Print congratulations, comma, user, comma, multiple variables. This is text, variable, text, variable, text. Just a normal one. This is concatenation. This is a normal one. Right? Now, the most important concept we are going to understand, guys. This is 100% guarantee interview question for the Python. Within the Python, if they are asking any question, miss, this question is mandatory. They have to ask in the interview. Mandatory. What is meant by immutable? Or what is the difference between mutable and immutable? What is the difference between mutable and immutable? Mutable. M-U-T-A-B-L-E. Mutable. Immutable means I am. Starting with I am. Immutable. Right? Now, what is meant by mutable and immutable in Python? Means the meaning is there is an object. One object. Whether this object is a mutable object means the object is immutable object. What is the difference between mutable object versus immutable object? Means, for example, there is a value. Something, the value 40 is there. And value is A. String is A. Now, if you write A is equal to 40 and this is going to be created. Now, A is equal to 50 you have written. Now, option 1, it is going to erase this one and it is going to replace 50 like this. Option 2, it is going to keep the old one as this and it is going to create a new object of 50 and A. Which one? In the Python, the objects are created based on the value. I told you, right? This is for the fundamental data types. For the fundamental data types, it is going to be created on the new object. The objects are created based on the values only for the fundamental data types. Okay. For the fundamental data types, it is going to do like this. So this is called as immutable objects. Means immutable means you can't replace the value within the object. So what is meant by immutable means you can't replace the value within the same object. This word is important. Within the same object. You can't replace within the same object. It is going to create a new one. For example, you will ask the question, sir, A is equal to 40, 40. Sir, A is equal to 50, 50. Now, if you ask print A, what is the answer? Means 50 only. Sir, now it has been replaced now. 50 replaced now. 40 instead of 40, 50 now. But not in the same object now. New object, right? Created a new object, not in the same object. If it is doing in the same object, if you can replace the value, within the same object, then it is called as mutable object. If you can't replace the same thing in the same object, means then it is called as immutable. Example, let us see. Let us see first one. Example number 1. A is equal to 10. I have written A is equal to 10. And I'm asking print A. Print A. Otherwise, I no need to ask the print A also. Just I'm asking ID of A. I got the ID. A is equal to 20. Okay. And now I'm asking ID of A. Now, if I'm asking the print A, now what is the latest value? 20. Now, if you see, sir, A20 was replaced now, but different object, na? Not same object, right? It is not same object. Now, with the same object, let me show you. But actually, this we are not going to cover now. This will be covered in the tomorrow's class, where the advanced data types are mutable, not the fundamental data types, right? So, A is equal to list of 1, 2, 3. Like this is there. And what I'm going to do is, in that A of 0 is equal to 40. First, let me show you like this. Print A, and I'm also printing ID of A. Let us see this one. So you got the print A is 1, 2, 3, whatever I have assigned, the same thing, and some object number. Now what I'm going to do is A of 0 is equal to 40, and I'm going to print A. Means I'm replacing with respect to the first number 1 with 40, and I'm asking ID of A. Once again, I'm asking the ID of A. See whether the ID has changed. Within the ID only, now the print A, latest A value is 42.3. Without changing the ID. Without changing the ID means within the same object. In this object only, you are having earlier 1, 2, 3. Now instead of creating a new object, this object only it is replacing this value. Object will be the same. Inside that only it will do the replacement. This type of objects are called as mutable objects. Okay. As of now, whatever we have discussed, int immutable, float immutable, complex immutable, boolean immutable, string also immutable. Literally all the fundamental data types are immutable only. Whenever the mutable objects are there, then we'll see with respect to mutability. As of now, everything are immutable only. Means you can't replace in the original object as of now. Is that clear? In the interview, many of them will answer, mutable means simply they'll say that can be modified. Can be modified, can't be modified. Immutable means can't be modified. What is can't be modified? If I ask A is equal to 10 and A is equal to 20, print A means 20 value. 20 is replaced, na? Modified, na? So that is the reason you should not say just half of the things. Can be modified within the object. You have to add this one. Otherwise, it is a wrong answer. If you don't add this word, means within the same object. Can be modified within the same object. That is most important point. Can't be modified within the same object. Modification can be done, but not in the same object. A new object will be created. Okay. A new object will be created. Immutable means cannot be done within the same object. Can't be modified within the same object. No modifications can be done. Once that fixed means fixed only. For example, A is equal to 20 means this is fixed. You can't change them. No, you can't change anything. Fixed. Rock solid. Right? So strings are also considered as a immutable. For example, my string of 4 is equal to hello. Sorry, my string is equal to hello. So now what is this meaning is, it is going to create an object called as hello. H-E-L-L-O. And name it as my string. This is the first line of code meaning. Second line of code, that is my string of 4. In that 4, what is there? O is there. So it is going to print the O. Now I want to replace this 4 with S. Wherever, now I told you in the Python, right side part will be executed and it is going to be assigned to the left side value. So right side part is S. This has to be assigned to the left side value. Left side value is nothing but my string of 4, this position. It has to assign to this position. It has to be assigned to this position. So when I'm asking like this, it is going to throw an error called as type error. String object doesn't support the item assignment. String objects cannot replace the values. String objects cannot add any value. Once this is my string of hello is there means hello only. Sir, hello sir. You want to add hello sir. you can't add also. In this object, you can't add. You have to create hello sir, separate new object. In this object, it is no modifications can be done. Once you have assigned means completed, no modification can be done. Right? So strings are immutable. String object doesn't support item assignment. The error also very clear. It is saying that it can't assign the item assignment. You can't add the new item. Item is nothing but value. Right? Now, string methods. We are having in the string certain methods are there. Now, one more interview question. What is the difference between a method and a function? Okay. First, let us understand function. Function is print is a function. ID is a function. Length is a function. Every function was designed for a purpose. Every function, simply to understand as of now functions, every function has its own purpose. For every purpose, they have design. Irrespective of data type. Irrespective of data type. Whatever the data type you are using, irrespective of that, they have design. For example, inside this, if you use a print 22 also, it will print. If you ask a print 2 also, it will print. It will. If you ask a print 2.0 also, it will print. If you ask a print true also, it will print true. Whatever you are writing, it will be printed. It is going to print every data type and everything. And ID of 2, if you ask ID of 2 also, okay. If you ask ID of SRK also, it is going to give. Anything is okay. Length also. So these things are working irrespective of the data type. Now, whereas method means nothing but a function. It is also called as a function. Function means nothing but, I told you, right? For some purpose, they have designed that one. A function which is used, a method is nothing but a function which is used for a particular data type. That will be applicable only for the data type. It is not applicable for others. Then it is called as method. A function which is used for a particular data type only. Right? So in this, we are having the string methods. There are multiple methods are there, string methods. Right? Now, A is equal to Python. If you observe this Python, starting is space is there, ending also space is there, and between Python word is there. This is the A. Length, what is the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 spaces, 8. Total length is 8, including 2 spaces. A dot strip. Strip means A dot. A is, what is A? A is nothing but this one. For this, strip is going to be applicable. So, for example, A is equal to 20 is there. A dot strip, if you write means, it is going to throw an error. For int, strip is not applicable. For float, strip is not applicable. For Boolean, strip is not applicable. For complex also, strip is not applicable. Strip is only applicable for the strings. They are called as methods. Is that clear? Now, what is the meaning of strip means? Strip, it is going to remove the spaces on the both the sides. That side, this side. It will remove the both the sides. It is called as strip. It is going to just remove the spaces. L strip means it is going to remove only left side spaces. R strip means it is going to remove only the right side space. Right? If you want to remove the left side space means L strip. If you want to remove the right side space means R strip. Is that clear? Now, A dot ABCD, something is there. Something you are asked like this. This method is available means okay. If this method is not available means it is going to throw that more attribute error. This all called as methods are also called as attributes. This attribute is not there. If that attribute is not available, it is going to simply throw that attribute error. Let us try with this one. A is equal to 20 and A dot strip. Let us try. See, int object is not having the attribute called as strip. This is not having any attribute called as strip. This is not applicable. Similarly, this string is not having the method called as ABCD. Certain predetermined, all these methods are predetermined. Predetermined means already inbuilt. We are not going to create. Already they are there and we are learning them. Right? Now here A is equal to good morning. Where small g over caps lock D space morning. You are having like this. This is the complete word. A dot capitalize. Capitalize is called as a method or a attribute. A dot capitalize. Capitalize the whenever you are using the capitalize, automatically it will capitalize the first letter and remaining all the letters to the small. So the first letter only is going to be taken as the caps lock and remaining everything will be converted to small letters. Right? Now here, Shiva, small letters Shiva, Rama, Krishna. I have written my name. I'm zooming. I'm zooming for you. Okay, just I have written only Shiva, Rama, Krishna. I'm selecting this one. Selected. Okay, selected. And here, if you see here, there is an option called as sentence case. Can you see this one? Just if you click, automatically it is going to take the first letter to caps lock. How? You are clicking OK. How? In the backend, that is the code. Whatever you have selected is the string. Dot capitalize is the code. This is the deployment in the tool. Code, and this is called as deployment. Whenever you are using this one, it is getting in the backend, the code is running. While installing the Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, MS Office, the installation process will take, right? In that backend, the codes will be installed. So now automatically, whatever you have selected, your selection is considered as with respect to string. Your selection is considered as string. String dot capitalize is the backend code. Right? Now similarly, A dot title. A dot title means capitalize first letter of each word. Every word. If you are having 5 words or 10 words, whatever it is there, every word first letter should be caps lock and remaining everything has to be converted to small. So in this case, see, first letter is small and some of the letters are caps lock, are there, small letters are there. So now just if I am executing this one, 2 words out of which the first letter is caps lock and remaining all of them are small. The same in the Microsoft Word. See, I am selecting this one. In this called as capitalize each word is there. Na? Once you click on this, it is working. That is code. This is with respect to the backend. If the Microsoft Word was designed on Python, again, don't ask, sir, Microsoft Word was designed on Python. Don't ask this question. That might be designed or maybe Java, whatever it is. If it is designed with Python, this is the backend code. And now whatever the Microsoft Word you are seeing right now, here there are multiple options. You are selecting this one and you are clicking on the bold means it is getting bold. If you are clicking on this one means it is going to move to the center. Automatically it is working now. Now this Microsoft Word is called as a tool. It is a tool. In the industry, this is called as a tool, or this is also called as product. Microsoft has designed the product. For making one product, developers are required, deployment team is required, so many things are required. Now in the market, we are having different tools. Like in that, one of the tool is called as Power BI, Tableau. These are all called as tools only. In the tools, what is the special, just you have to understand what is the meaning of this, for everything, what is the meaning of that. If you understand, miss, tool is completed, miss, okay, simple. How it is working, they don't know. For you, let me explain in a simple way, very simple way. Now, in the Naresh IT building, down there is a restaurant. Udupi restaurant is there, right? Now, in the billing counter, they are having one mission. If you order for idli, they are going to click on one button and it is going to print the one slip. The output, it is going to give one slip. And if you give that slip in the counter, they are going to give the idli, right? Now, this person, this person is called as end user in the industry. This end user knows that we have to press that button for the idli. He knows that one only. How it is going to work in the back end, he don't know anything. Tomorrow it is going to show some error. It is not printing or it has been struck off or instead of idli, dosa is coming outside. He don't know anything also. He will say that simply, so he will call to the customer care of this particular company, whoever has sold this particular product, he will call to that person. The end users. For the end users, we are developing this one. There is a developer for this. The end user don't know anything. Just they know only to click. How it works, what is the process, they don't know nothing. If you click 2 times, miss, 2 plate idli. If you click 3 times, miss, 3 plate idli. The person who is going to sell this product now, he will explain. If you want 2 plates, miss, what you have to do. He will understand only up to that. Oh, how it is working, how the print is coming outside, exactly how it is stopping there only. He don't know anything. Nothing he knows. Right? That is in the end user. But for that machine also there is a code. Inside that there is a code. Using the code only it is going to work. That is called as deployment of the code in that particular machine. That is called as deployment. Some of you are asking what is deployment and how in the real case how it is going to be useful. End users are going to use that one only. They don't know what is the code. If they don't know code, if they don't know, if they know the code, they'll be in the IT industry only. They will not start the Udupi restaurant. Everyone will be in the Infosys and Wipro only. Right? Similarly, A dot upper. Upper means it is going to completely, the entire string will be converted to uppercase. Entire string, complete string will be converted to uppercase. A dot upper. So in this, select this one and click on this and click on the uppercase. The backend code is that. A dot upper. A is nothing but whatever you have selected. For example, let us write like this once again. In this, I have selected only this part. My selection is only this part and I have clicked on this one. Whatever you have selected, it is considered as the string. The code was written in such a way, the person is going to select using the cursor, the person is going to select some word. That word has to be stored in a variable called as A. And A dot upper is the code, is the backend. Is that clear? Next, A dot lower means everything can be converted to lower case. Next, A dot find. You are using the find. So in the, you are using here control F, na? In the control F, we are writing whatever you want to identify here. You are writing here and you are clicking on the enter button. How it is working? How it is finding that one particular result? So for example, here you are writing Rama. It is going to identify that particular thing is there. For example, you are writing something like Aditya. It is going to say that it is not found. So whenever it is going to show that not found, similarly here also the same. Just A dot wo. The wo string should be there, not wo. Wo both should be there. In the given one, this one, the original one, it is going to check. In the wo is there? Yes, wo is there. Where it is there? What is the index number? What is the starting index number? 1. So it is going to print the 1. Wherever the starting value is there, that value will be printed. Sir, if it is not available, for example, I am asking DOO. DOO is not there in the good morning. So it is not there, miss. It is going to give the output as -1. Whenever the output is -1, that indicates that it is not available. In the future, we are going to write if and else using that. If it is identified that particular word, we are going to identify the word. Yes, we are going to say not found. Just we are going to print the not found. This we are going to see in the further. How the entire Microsoft Word was designed, we'll see in the further. You'll understand. So many things you'll understand in the future. This is only the basic part. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, till day after tomorrow, we are going to have the basics only. Next Monday, we'll move to the next level. That is applications of Python. Directly we'll move on to the next. In the real life, how the process will be there, all these things. Till that, fundamentals only will be focusing. Right? Now, A dot count. Count means it is going to count that particular string, how many times it is available. How many times wo is available? How many times wo, combination of wo is available? 1 time. How many times the combination of DOO available? 0 times. If it is not available, it's 0. Just it is going to count. Whatever the string you have written, exactly the same string is available or not, it is going to check. That's it. So it is going to count how many times the string available in the main string. In the main one, that is A, whatever you have written, this is called as substring and this is called as main string. It is going to check your substring in the main string, how many times it has got repeated. And it is going to print. Right? Next one is called as st, that is variable name. My name is Sam. And st dot split. Split means it is going to split into the parts based on the space. Wherever the space is there, before to that and after to that, it is going to split into 2 parts. In this case, space is here now. Before to this 1 part, after to this 1 part. Again, space is there. Before to this, after to this. Again, space. Before to this, after to this. Wherever the space is there, By default, it is going to consider the space and it is going to split into the words. Now, for example, you want to split based on the comma. For example, here there is a comma is there and you want to split based on the comma. So you have to write like this, comma. Now, before to comma as one word, after to comma one word. Before to comma was is there, my space name is there. So this will be considered as one word, my space name. After comma, what is there? Including the space also is there. So next word is going to be is space is Sam. It is going to have like this. It is going to split in this way. Including the space also will be there. So before to the whatever the string you are writing, this one, before to that and after to that. It is going to split into two parts, before and after. Is that clear? If you don't write anything, miss, by default, it is going to consider the space. By default is space. If you want to decide based on something, miss, you have to write that one, whichever you want. For example, I want to decide based on the name. Before to name and after to the name. Before to the name is my space is there. This is entirely, this is before to the name. And after to the name is comma space is Sam is there. Before to that string, whatever is there is as one part. After the string, whatever it is there is the second part. If you don't write anything, miss, by default, it is going to take empty space as the string. This is by default value. Default is space. Split will be decided based on the space. And whatever the output you are going to get, it is a list of values. This is called as list, where the square brackets, first one, second one, values. This is called as a list of values. This is only next class. In tomorrow's class, we are going to start the list only. Right? Next, join. Two strings are there. List of two strings are there and you want to join them. On what criteria you want to join? Nothing. In between them, nothing is required. So nothing will be taken. If in between them, I want space. Using the space, I want to join these two things. For example, in between them, I want SRK. Between data, science, I want SRK. Data, SRK, science. It is going to print like this. This is the first string. This is the second string. In between what you want, you have to write. Nothing you want, miss, don't write anything. Nothing you want, sir. Don't want anything. Don't write anything. If you want in between them space, miss, write space. If you want in between them whatever you want, I want in between them at the rate of, sir. Write at the rate of. In between it is going to place. Just it is going to place that one in between. Just two wooden pieces is there now. How to join two wooden pieces, guys? There is a wooden piece 1, wooden piece 2. How to join? In between you are going to write the favicol. Na? This is the favicol. This is the wooden piece 1, wooden piece 2. Join them. That's it. That's it. Okay. Is that clear? Next, replace. S1 is equal to good morning. Print S1. I'm printing the S1. Now, S1 dot replace, wherever the good is there, you have to replace with bad. So now S1 is good morning, and this is named as S1. Now, wherever the good is there, you have to replace with bad. Now, strings are immutable. It is going to replace and it is going to create a new object of bad morning, not with respect to the previous one. So if you observe the ID, it is going to create a new object, not in the same object it is going to replace because strings are immutable. This is the interview question. Strings are immutable or mutable? They are going to ask you. You are going to say, sir, strings are immutable. Then they will ask immediately. Then replace, automatically how it is getting replaced. You have to say that, sir, it is getting replaced, but by using a new object, not with the same object. It is going to have like this. And it is going to name it as S1 and the previous S1 will be deleted as this, like this. So S1 dot replace, in the S1, whatever is there, instead of good, you want to replace with bad. First one, what you want to replace, and second one, you have to write with what you want to replace. Is that clear, guys? So strings are immutable. Done. So now see here, ST is equal to good, good, morning, good, good. Now I want to replace good with bad. Wherever the good is there, every time it is going to replace with the bad only. Bad, bad, morning, bad, bad. It is going to give me like this. Right? So print ST miss, ST is this one, ST1 miss this one. Which after replacement you have got. Is it clear? Now the last one. My string is equal to Siva123 is the my string. Is digit. Whenever you see the word called as is, the meaning is they are asking as a question. For that question, you have to type either true or false only, nothing else. Whenever you find the word of is, remember, in entire Python, not only here, in the entire Python, whenever you find the word of is, the meaning is they're asking as a question. So they're asking as a question, my string is digit miss, is the string only contains numbers? No, right? False. It is a false. The output is false. Now, is alpha numeric? Whether it is your string is alphabet followed by numeric? Yes, true. Your is alpha means your string is consisting only alphabets? No, that is no. In the Python, there is no word of yes and no's, either true or false. Only true or false. False. Is title. Title means already I have told you. What is meant by title? With respect to the first letter should be caps lock. Now, in this case, it is having the first letter caps lock, satisfying the condition, true. Is upper. What is meant by upper? Every character should be in the uppercase. In this case, it is false. Now, is lower. Again, it is false. Is space means in the given string, is there any spaces are available? In the given string, space is there? No, false. Is the string is going to start with small s? End with the small s? No, false. Is going to start with small caps lock s? True. So it is going to print like this. The first one is false, true, false, true, false, 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 and last one is true again. Done. So that is the end of the session with the strings. Practice, and while practicing, you try with a different examples. While trying with the different examples, again you will get the doubt. When you get the doubt, don't ask your friend or don't ask the mentor. You try to solve on your own. Assume that the same doubt you have got in the company. What you are going to do? Every time, whenever you get a small doubt, silly doubt, also think only one thing, that you are working in a company and the same error you have got in the company. What you are going to do at that time? Every time you have to think in that same way. And 99.99% you have to try on your own.